Hello everyone, my name is Ben. I'm with Kelly Williams Real Estate Office. If this is the first time on this channel and you want to know about living, eating, sleeping, and even playing in Winnipeg, Manitoba, then make sure you tap the subscribe button and click on the little bell so that you get notified anytime we do a new video. Honestly, we got so many people reaching out to us about planning on relocating to Winnipeg, and we absolutely love it. So if you have plans of relocating to Winnipeg, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, get to us however you can, because we got your back in moving to Winnipeg. Today we'll be talking about the cost of living in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The first thing I wanted to talk about is the food. If you're someone who loves to eat outside, it could be more costly when it comes to your budgeting of food generally. But it's more cheaper when you cook your food indoor. There are some people that tend towards junk food, and there's some people that love to cook in the house. So depending on who you are, the budget might vary when it comes to food. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is transportation. Now, when you're a newcomer in Winnipeg, Manitoba, I would really advise that you take the public transport because it's more cheaper and it's more affordable than buying your own car. Now, if you have your own car, it comes with a cost. Now, every month, if you have a own car, you have to pay for insurance, and you have any car payments, you have to pay for them every month. Now, gas and other things, expenses that come with running a car, you have to cater for it. So it depends on where you're at. If you feel that you don't have much to spend, then I will advise you strongly just stick to the bus. The bus is around affordable and it goes around Winnipeg. It could be a good source if you don't want to spend much on actually buying a car and catering for the expenses that goes with buying a car. Now, generally, the next point I will be talking about is the market. Market in Winnipeg is quite cheaper. It's more statistically that it's $1 or $2 cheaper than other provinces. So it's a good incentive for us living in Winnipeg because it reduces generally your groceries and things you buy. Now, moving forward is leisure. Now, generally, if I want to talk about leisure in Winnipeg, there are lots of places you could go to in Winnipeg that you could have a nice time. You have the cinemas, you have the gym, you have so many places you can go to in Winnipeg. And if you're a lover of nightlife, we have so many clubs you can go to in Winnipeg and have a nice time. So it's a very, very good place in which you can move to and have your own social life. So that is about leisure in Winnipeg. Now, I will be utilities. Now, utilities is it's a very important aspect in which we need to look at. Utilities depends. The utilities in Winnipeg could range up to $120 every month, depending on where you live in Winnipeg. Now, generally, if I want to cite my own example, my internet cost is around $106. Now, some pay way more cheaper depending on when you arrive in Winnipeg and whenever probably there's a promo. So moving to Winnipeg, rather, your utilities for internet, it's around 106 or thereabout, depending on that. And the reason also for that is because we have few networks here, we have few internet companies here, and it's not creating a healthy competition between them. So and that is why the prices are a bit on the high side in Winnipeg. Now, we also in Winnipeg we pay for hydro. We pay for hydro, which is on the low side in Winnipeg. I personally pay around $32 a day for my hydro, so it's affordable to live. So basically, that's why I said averagely utilities should be around $120 $130 generally in Winnipeg. We don't pay some other fees. I don't know if some people pay, but majorly the two utilities we pay is hydro and also the internet. So that's for when you talk about utilities. That is when you're renting. Then when you're renting, so that is for that. Next point, which is renting and buying a house. Now, when it comes to renting a house, it depends on where you're renting. Now, Winnipeg is subdivided into the south, the east, the west, and the central. Now, it depends on where you want, when you're living. Now, generally, your rent for a 3-bedroom flat in Winnipeg should be up to $1,350 or thereabout, $1,350. And when it comes to a 2-bedroom, it should be around $1,140 or thereabout, and a 1-bedroom should be going for $900. So it depends on your family size and the place you choose to live in. So that's the average price of it is what I'm talking about. So for rent, and if you want to buy a house, that's a whole different ballgame. Average price in Winnipeg is about around $356 or thereabout thousand. So if you want to buy a house, that is the price range of the average price range in Winnipeg. So and it comes with a whole lot of other expenses that I would also discuss in other videos. So it's very important that when you're coming to Winnipeg, you get to know all this. Now, let's quickly look at the 25 most expensive city to live in. And now you can see from the top of the list, which is Toronto, then followed by Vancouver, then followed by Victoria, BC. Then you have at the 18th position you have Winnipeg. You can see that Winnipeg is less expensive to live in. So let's quickly do some comparison between Toronto and Winnipeg, the cost of living between the two cities. We can see from the statistics shown, you can see restaurants, meal is inexpensive restaurants in Winnipeg. It costs $15.85. Then in Toronto it costs $20. So you can see from the statistics that it's much cheaper in Winnipeg in comparison to Toronto. You can see the market. You can see milk regular in Winnipeg 1.28 cents. In Toronto is $13.50. Generally, rice, you can see the prices generally. Now let's go to transportation. You can see monthly pass regular, it's $101 in Winnipeg, and in Toronto is $155. Utilities too is a bit higher in Winnipeg than in Toronto. Then you could generally look at the price of a one bedroom apartment in Winnipeg is $1,062.65, and while in Toronto is almost $2,000. So you can see that it's generally though the average salaries in Winnipeg is lower than that they have in Toronto. It's quite a little bit higher than what I have. But generally, you can see from the statistics that Winnipeg is cheaper to live in than in Toronto. Let's quickly take a look at the Winnipeg, the map of Winnipeg, so that we could discuss the various subdivisions in totality. So when you look at the map, you could see we have the south, which is down. We have the west, the east, and the central. So when you talk about the south, generally in the south you have the one of the most expensive neighborhoods to live in. You have the Bridgewater trays, and everything that relates to Bridgewater is in the south majorly. You have so many buildings, new constructions in the south at that particular region. Also in the central, where you have the downtown, we also have some other places in which you have new constructions going on in the central too. The West is a very beautiful city to live in. We have the malls, we have the various the populace. In the West too, you have the airport, um, and the like. So um, generally, when you look at the map, we can help you figure out the best places to live in within these various subdivisions. So that's for the map. You need to reach out to us so that we can help you find the perfect place that maybe you're thinking of leaving or you want to go see. So give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, however you want to get hold of us, because we got your back in moving to Winnipeg. So on to the next video. I'll catch you later.